Well, when you think about India's future, out of all the economies in the world, whether it's emerging economies or developed, I think India is the one country that I'd bet on. Your GDP growth is the envy of the rest of the world. You have a young population that's entrepreneurial and innovative. And your prime minister, I've met every major leader in the world, and I'd put him in the top 3 I've ever met over 30 years. He's able to outline a vision for the country, to capture the country's imagination, and to say how this is going to grow GDP, using my words, 2 to 4 points faster per year than it would have otherwise, to do inclusive job growth, to do this for 1.3 billion people, to think about in terms of not just inclusion but diversity as well, and then to motivate each of the states and each of the cities and traveling throughout your country. You are no longer a nation that I view as a slow follower, but a nation that really is becoming an innovative leader. Anybody in Silicon Valley knows that if you're a visionary and you're doing innovation, inherently that means there's going to be disruption and there are going to be some bumps along the way. Absolutely. And so the moves that you make in terms of demonetization, some of the other issues, may be areas that for a short term cause some temporary disruption, but they will be in line with the long term. And I think it's so important for the media and for the people in India to realize how blessed you are to have this Prime Minister who has the courage to make the changes, not based upon how people might say something next day, but for the long term. So if I were betting on one country in the world, and I'm proud to be an American, I think America's going to be very great, I'd bet on India.
So, one more question. Since we spoke about the leadership in India, yeah, we're at the cusp of the presidency for Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. What do you think it will do for a country like India? What does it mean for investments, really?
Well, when you think about the future of our two countries, and the reason I was so honored to become chairman of the U.S.-India Business Council is I believe our countries are natural allies. If you look at the economic benefits that have occurred between our countries, it's been very, very strong. If you look at the foreign direct investments, up 30% year over year. And so I think anytime you have administration changes, it will take some give and take between the groups in terms of working through the issues. But I think you'll see U.S. and India continue to be a great partnership.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.